In a small, quiet town, life moved at a gentle pace. The sun shone brightly over the neat rows of houses, and children played in the streets. On a bench in the local park sat an 85-year-old veteran named Mr. Thompson. His weathered face told stories of bravery and sacrifice from decades spent serving his country. He enjoyed feeding the birds and greeting neighbors who admired his spirit and dedication. However, this peaceful day took a sudden turn. A loud rumble echoed through the park as a gang of bikers roared in on their motorcycles, their leather jackets glinting in the sunlight. The air filled with tension as they parked nearby, their laughter cutting through the tranquility. Mr. Thompson watched cautiously, sensing trouble brewing. Then, without warning, one of the bikers approached him with a menacing grin. What started as mere bravado escalated quickly into violence, shaking the peaceful atmosphere to its core as the unexpected altercation began to unfold. Mr. Thompson was more than just an elderly man sitting on a park bench. He was a pillar of strength in his community. Having served bravely in the military during a time of great conflict, he carried the weight of his experiences with dignity. His hands, rough from years of hard work, were testament to a life filled with challenges. He often shared stories of camaraderie and sacrifice with anyone willing to listen, and his eyes sparkled with pride when he recounted tales of his fellow soldiers. Though he had seen the horrors of war, Mr. Thompson was known for his warm heart and a gentle spirit. Every day, he would come to the park to enjoy simple pleasures, like feeding the birds or chatting with local children, who adored him as if he were a grandparent. Yet, behind his kind smile lay an unwavering resolve forged through years of hardship. Little did he know that this peaceful day would soon challenge the strength he had shown throughout his life. As the gang of bikers rolled into the park, their loud engines and raucous laughter shattered the calm. Mr. Thompson watched them with a wary eye, feeling the weight of their presence. The tension was palpable as the bikers strutted around, flaunting their rebellious attitudes. One biker, taller and more intimidating than the rest, caught sight of Mr. Thompson sitting alone on the bench. With a sly grin plastered across his face, the biker swaggered over, his leather jacket gleaming in the sunlight. "What's an old man like you doing out here all alone?" he taunted, stepping closer to Mr. Thompson. The veteran's heart raced, yet he maintained his composure, remembering the discipline instilled in him from his military days. "Just enjoying a peaceful day," Mr. Thompson replied calmly, his voice steady despite the looming confrontation. But the biker, unfazed by the veteran's response, decided to escalate matters. Before anyone could react, a fist swung through the air with alarming speed, connecting forcefully with Mr. Thompson's jaw, shattering the tranquility in an instant. The impact of the punch sent shockwaves through Mr. Thompson's body, causing him to stumble back in disbelief. His heart raced as pain shot through his jaw, and the once peaceful park around him faded into a blur. The laughter of the bikers turned into an echo in his ears, replaced by the pounding of adrenaline. He could feel warm blood trickling down his chin, a stark reminder of the unexpected violence he had just faced. As he regained his footing, Mr. Thompson's mind raced through memories of camaraderie and battles fought long ago. He felt anger welling up inside him, not just for the attack, but for the disrespect shown to a veteran who had dedicated his life to serving others. Despite feeling vulnerable, he straightened his back and locked eyes with the biker, refusing to let fear dictate his response. Nearby, some witnesses gasped in shock, while others fumbled for their phones to call for help. The atmosphere shifted from amusement to concern as bystanders realized that an elderly man had been unjustly attacked in their midst. Meanwhile, Mr. Thompson's son, Jake, was at work when his phone buzzed with an urgent message from a neighbor. Panic surged through him as he read about the attack on his father. Without a moment's hesitation, he rushed out of the office, determination burning in his chest. He knew that his father had faced many battles in life, but this one felt deeply personal. As he drove through town, memories of his father's stories filled Jake's mind, tales of bravery, resilience, and honor from time long past. He felt a mix of anger and fear for his dad, but also a strong desire to protect him. Pulling into the park's parking lot, he quickly assessed the chaotic scene. He spotted the gang of bikers and his father standing tall, despite his injuries. Knowing that words alone wouldn't be enough, Jake made a decisive call to his military friends. "I need backup," he said firmly. Within moments, he would rally a strike team of veterans who understood loyalty and brotherhood, ready to stand by Mr. Thompson's side against anyone who would threaten him. Jake's heart raced as he dialed his military contacts, urgency driving every word. "It's my dad," he said, trying to keep his voice steady. "He's in trouble at the park. I need you guys to come fast." The familiar voices on the other end instantly shifted from casual banter to serious acknowledgement of the situation. Within moments, Jake heard the reassuring confirmations of his friends ready to assist. As he waited, he glanced at the scene unfolding before him. The gang of bikers still loomed near his father, their laughter mingling with the shock and concern of bystanders. He felt a surge of pride for the veterans he was calling. These were men and women who had fought for others and understood loyalty like no one else. Jake briefed them quickly as they arrived, sharing the essentials of what he knew. Together, they formed a tight unit, embodying the strength and resolve that defined their shared experiences. "Let's show them what it means to stand up for each other," he declared, bolstered by the unwavering support of his comrades as they prepared to confront the bikers. As Jake and his military friends gathered in a huddle, the air crackled with a mix of tension and determination. Each member of the strike team brought a unique set of skills, and Jake felt a sense of pride in their shared history and camaraderie. They quickly developed a plan, emphasizing teamwork and support for one another. "Remember, we're not just fighting for my dad. We're standing up for what's right," Jake reminded them, his voice steady but filled with emotion. The team nodded in agreement, their expressions resolute. They checked their gear, ensuring everything was ready for the confrontation ahead. Each veteran understood the weight of this moment, not just for Mr. Thompson, but for the values they lived by. As they moved closer to the gang of bikers, Jake could feel his heart pounding in his chest. He glanced at his father, who stood defiantly despite his injuries, and felt a surge of resolve. This was not just about defending his dad. It was about honoring the spirit of service they all held dear. With one last look at each other, the team advanced, ready to face the challenge head-on. As Jake and his strike team approached the park, they could see the chaotic scene unfolding before them. The gang of bikers still lingered, their laughter ringing out as they taunted Mr. Thompson, who stood defiantly despite the blood on his chin. Jake felt a surge of anger at the sight, knowing that they were about to disrupt his father's dignity further if action wasn't taken. Taking a deep breath, he motioned for his team to spread out slightly, ensuring they had a clear view of the bikers and Mr. Thompson. With each step closer, Jake's heart pounded in his chest, fueled by a mix of adrenaline and protective instincts. He locked eyes with his father for a brief moment, finding solace in the old man's unwavering spirit. The veterans moved as one unit, their camaraderie shining through as they prepared to intervene. With a commanding shout, Jake stepped forward and called out to the bikers, drawing their attention away from Mr. Thompson. "You picked the wrong target today," he declared firmly, ready to stand up for what was right. As Jake stepped forward, the laughter of the bikers faded into an uneasy silence, their attention now fixed on him. The towering biker who had attacked Mr. Thompson smirked, clearly underestimating the resolve of the group before him. "What do you think you're going to do, tough guy?" he taunted, attempting to intimidate Jake. Jake took a deep breath, his heart racing but his voice steady. "You think it's funny to bully an old man? You've picked the wrong fight today." His words echoed through the park, and he felt the support of his team behind him. The other bikers shifted uneasily, glancing at one another as they sensed the growing tension. Jake's friends flanked him, their expressions serious and ready for anything. The atmosphere was charged as both sides prepared for confrontation. With a sudden movement, the lead biker lunged forward again, but this time he faced not just Mr. Thompson's bravery, but a united front of veterans determined to defend their own. Jake felt a surge of adrenaline. This was a moment where honor would be reclaimed. The confrontation escalated quickly, but the veterans stood strong together, ready to protect Mr. Thompson. With a swift and decisive action, Jake and his friends moved as one, skillfully diffusing the situation without resorting to violence. The bikers, realizing they were outmatched by the unity and determination of the veterans, began to retreat, their bravado fading in the face of true courage. Once the bikers had left, a wave of relief washed over the park. Mr. Thompson, though shaken and bruised, felt immense gratitude for his son and the team that came to defend him. Jake rushed over to his father, embracing him tightly. "I'm so sorry this happened," he said, his voice filled with emotion. As bystanders began to gather and express their support for Mr. Thompson, he reflected on the importance of community and standing up for what is right. This day would be remembered not just for the violence, but for the bond between a father and son, a testament to loyalty and honor that transcended generations. In the aftermath of the confrontation, both Mr. Thompson and Jake took a moment to reflect on the day's events. The incident served as a powerful reminder of the importance of standing up for one another, especially when faced with injustice. Mr. Thompson, though physically shaken, felt a renewed sense of pride in his son's courage and the loyalty of his fellow veterans. Jake learned that true strength comes not only from physical prowess, but from unity and support in times of need. The experience deepened their bond, showing them that family extends beyond blood. It's also about the community that stands together. As they left the park, Mr. Thompson shared stories from his past about bravery and honor, imparting lessons he hoped would resonate with Jake long after this day. They both understood that while violence is never the answer, standing up for what is right often requires courage and solidarity. This day will be remembered not just for its challenges, but for the enduring values of loyalty, respect, and love that would guide them moving forward.